Hey, what's up guys? So we're going to be casting this game between EP2 here in the blue at 11:10 versus Archangel LL here in the red at 12:01. So our player in the red did go first. He decides to set one back row, which looks like it's going to get Space Typhoon, so he hit a bottomless trap hole. Bottomless being very good right now just because priority is gone, and a lot of people are playing Dino Rabbits and Windups, and that is a pretty good card against both decks as long as you're able to go first. So two back row from our player in the blue there. And so I want to see a Space Typhoon from our player in the red. Let's see what he ends up hitting. What is this card? Hieratic Seal from the Ashes. Okay, so once per turn. During your opponent's turn, you can send one Hieratic monster from your deck to the graveyard. Once per turn during your turn, you can target one of your banished Hieratic monsters and return that to the graveyard. And this card is face up on the card, is sent to the graveyard, target one Hieratic monster in your graveyard and special summon. Oh, that card is pretty interesting. I haven't seen Heretics play this card. However, we saw another MSC from a player in the red, and he decided he was going to hit the other back row, which was an enemy controller. So I think enemy controller is really good in Heretics just because as long as they're attributed, it doesn't need to be for a tribute summon. They can even be used with rituals because it still counts as a tribute. But both players are not making any moves, so, well, I would say pretty much with a deck like Heretics, it's kind of like an OTK deck. You want to wait for a while, and we see a Centipede summoned from a player in the red. So Inzektors, I honestly have not seen very many Inzektors out just because, windups are just so big, and, once windups loop you, in Inzektors, you still can come back. Inzektors is a deck where you can come back. Same thing with Dino Rabbit. You can come back as long as you top deck the correct card. Inzektors, if you just need Hornet in the grave and pretty much whatever you have as far as an Inzektor, especially Dragonfly, you can capitalize off of that and still come back. But yeah, definitely I'd say windups are super popular now just because them winning at Nationals really encouraged a lot more people to play them. And so currently I'm just thinking about what deck I want to play. I don't really want to play windups. I don't think that, playing when your opponent has, minus half their cards in their hand is very fair, especially once you make out like Exceeds and get out a whole bunch of field presence. Yeah, but we see a Mystic Tomato from our player in the red, and I used to play Mystic Tomato in my Inzektors. I thought one Mystic Tomato was fine. It was able to search out your Hornet. It was also able to search out Sangan if you want, or you can go for Dragonfly, which is generally what you go for, as long as you have Hornet. Hornet is the important thing in Inzektors. But let's see what our player in the blue does, because he needs to make a move right now, otherwise he's going to lose. He cannot set anything, so we see a Dark Hole, and that Dark Hole is going to be a +1, just because Tomato won't get its effect, because it only gets its effect when it is destroyed by battle, and Hornet will not get the effect either, because it loses its target. Not that there is anything that he'd want to destroy, essentially. Our player in the blue might have a Monster Reborn, because he's checking his opponent's graveyard, and unfortunately, you cannot equip from your opponent's graveyard. So we're going to see a Hieratic Seal of Supremacy, so that will special summon one Hieratic from his hand, because he needs to make a move right now, otherwise, he could potentially lose. So, he's going to go for a Sue here, which is one of the most important cards in the deck, but unfortunately, he's not going to be able to tribute, I guess. And we see a Mirror Force activated. And that's going to hurt just a bit because our player in the blue also went -1 because he did have to use one card to also get this card out. So it does hurt quite a bit. So let's see what our player in the red does. And with playing Inzektors, if there's nothing to destroy on the field, it can become a problem. Because right now, our player in the red can't pop anything, and that really does hurt Inzektors. So he's going to go for that. Does this one gains attack? Okay, so it's going to get in the boost just like Hornet would. Although I would have argued it would have been better to equip Hornet, because then you... Oh, I guess he could still detach. That's still good. He's going to go for Dragonfly. Okay, so I guess, yeah, that was a better play. I mean, I personally felt like attacking first, because if our player dropped Gores right there, Heretics can still, OTK quite easily. They have, enemy controller to do so. But, yeah, I think a Gores would have hurt a little bit. But I think the Heretic player might have been able to just OTK anyways, even without Gores. So he's going to add... Oh, I couldn't see the name of that one. But he needs to make his play right now, otherwise, obviously, it's going to be game. So he's going to go for his play right now. And he knows that there's no effect failures that he has to worry about, because effect failures can stop Heretics from OTKing. And we see a Monster Reborn come out, so he's checking out his graveyard. He's going to go for Sue, and these are both level 6, so he's going to go for a rank 6, which is going to be Atom here. So let's see what our player in the blue can do, because, oh, no, he's just tributing Destroy back row. Okay. Interesting choice, so maybe he's got another option that he wants to go for. Okay, so he hits an MST, something completely worthless. Not gonna really hurt him, but he gets the effect of the monster, so he's gonna be able to go for Atom now. So I guess if he had the other monster, it would have been okay. Maybe he could still get off the OTK, but you know, I think he's just going for the safest play. So he's gonna go for Atom here, and Atom, or Atom, I think it's Atom. But anyways, he's going to go for Red Eyes Darkness Metal. Red Eyes Darkness Metal is a 0/0, but he still has the effect, and that's what makes him so good, being brought out with Atom's effect right here, the Heretic Dragon. But this card can't attack this turn that it's used the effect, but what he can do is he can overlay for, what is it, Gaia Drake, Force of the Lightning, I believe is his name, which can attack, and it has 2,600 attack. And so let's see what he's going to do. So he's going to send both of those to the graveyard, and he's going to tribute two. Oh, so that was a tribute summon for Red Eyes Darkness Metal, because he did just special and he's reborn. Okay. And let's see what he's going to go for now. But you can definitely see how Heretics, they can really OTK. They just need a little bit of time to set up. So if you're going to try to make Heretics, perhaps you can try, I've seen people play Shard of Greed, I've seen people play Card D. That's also an option. You can obviously play dualities in the deck as well, just because it is a deck where you really need to get that consistency. You need to set up for your combo. And you can see right now how he probably will win, but let's see if he messes up on the combo, because sometimes it happens, people mess up on the combo. So that Red Eyes Darkness Metal is also a 0/0, but he's going to be able to bring out another monster. And he can now overlay these two Red Eyes Darkness Metals for, what is that? Gustav Max, I believe is the name. And it's a huge 3,000 beater that can attack the turn it uses its effect, and when it detaches, it makes it so your opponent takes 2,000 points of damage. So he's going to take 2,000 damage from the effect of Gustav Max, the Super Dreadnought Railway Gun. That is a super long name. I wonder if it's the longest name. But as you guys can see, that's going to be GG, because, you know, obviously he has so much stuff on the field, and a player in the red, you know, has a Dragonfly in his hand. And he definitely capitalized off of that. Having only 300 life, very good comeback from a player in the blue. But yeah, that's just how Heretics play, and I want to do more casting of Heretics, because this is the only card that's not out, I believe, that they need to actually make this deck viable, and actually, you know, make it maybe a tier, perhaps. Maybe this deck will top once this card, Gustav Max, comes out. But thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes White Dragon, signing out.